We're in the white room at Shearer Painting, and we're looking at a couple of samples that we did for PCS Construction here in Seattle. These are handrail mock-ups for a handrail that was designed and built by Seattle Stair Design, and Autumn Donovan was the interior designer on this project, and she wanted to see a couple of different sheen samples and finish samples. She requested the Fine Paints of Europe Holland Lac Full Gloss Oil, as well as a comparable sample from another manufacturer. So we went with Sherwin-Williams for that. Over here we've got the black that you're looking at is their all surface enamel. It's an oil-based product in their full gloss. And on the white, which is behind the masking, is their equipment enamel in a full gloss. Everything here is going to be super durable. Everything's going to hold really well. We just have what we think is one of the highest sheen levels you can find in an oil enamel in the Holland Lac. We get asked to do this sort of stuff quite a bit by designers and custom builders, where you have a project with a very high level of spec, and we really don't want to be doing things over, so it's worth it for them to go ahead and take the time and money to mock these sorts of things up and have us go through our process and provide them an actual finished sample to make a decision off of. It helps them improve color, it helps them improve finish. It's something that we can bring to the job site. We can actually, put these in the space in light next to the, the unfinished product, and they can get a look at it. So we're going to move these out in a few days. They're curing right now. They're dry to the touch. They're fairly hard, but they're not really fully cured. We just want to be real careful with them as we would on a job site. We'll move them over there in a couple of days. It's Friday now. We'll be out there Monday taking a look at it, and hopefully we get into, an approval. If we have to do any tweaks, we'll do it, mock it back up, bring it back out to them, and then get on with the project.
Show us the challenge underneath where the two contrasting colors meet.
Yeah, there's a color break here. It's black and white. It really couldn't be any more striking. So, which color you paint first and how you do it is, part of the trick. And specifically with the fine paints, this stuff's tricky to work with. Ultimately, it handles just like any other oil product, but some of the finer details of it make it really sensitive. There's just a ton to it. I could talk for an hour about why it's hard, but just know that it's not something that you just get into and nail it the first time. So it takes, for something as simple, if you look over here as, just masking, there's really some details to how you do it and, when you do it, and to get these color breaks right, especially in a staircase where you're always going to be able to look up underneath this and see that color break. It might be the most important part of it. Everybody look at it and say, oh, this top cap is what's really the most important, but in reality, this is going to get used, worn, it'll have oils from hands on it, it's going to get cleaned. Most people don't really realize it, but when the first thing you look at when you walk in a room is where one color meets another, whether it be the baseboard meeting the floor, the wall color meeting the ceiling. It's the first thing your eye goes to because it's the contrast, and we always focus on that.